Introduction: Breaking the Cycle of Financial Illiteracy. Does money make you nervous? Do you feel unprepared to manage your finances? Perhaps you're drowning in credit card debt, or maybe you avoid debt altogether, terrified of the consequences. Regardless of your specific challenges, money-related stress can cripple you, both financially and emotionally. But here's the truth: much of this discomfort stems from a lack of financial education. Robert T. Kiyosaki, the author of Rich Dad, Poor Dad, believes that the root of financial insecurity lies in the inadequate education most of us receive about money. Schools teach us algebra and history, but rarely touch on practical financial concepts like budgeting, investing, or managing credit. For many, our parents are the only other source of financial wisdom, but what if they didn't know much about money themselves? Kiyosaki's life serves as a case study of two contrasting approaches to money management. He grew up with two father figures: his biological father, whom he calls his poor dad, and the father of his best friend, his rich dad. Poor Dad was highly educated but financially struggling, relying on traditional ideas of stability through secure jobs and pensions. Rich Dad, on the other hand, had minimal formal education but built substantial wealth through entrepreneurship and smart investing. Through their opposing philosophies, Kiyosaki learned that wealth is less about how much money you earn and more about how you think about and manage it. This book challenges the conventional wisdom that hard work alone guarantees financial success. Instead, it emphasizes financial education, intelligent risk-taking, and shifting your mindset about money. In this audiobook, we'll explore 6 critical lessons from Rich Dad, Poor Dad that can transform your financial future. From understanding assets and liabilities to learning the power of investing, you'll gain actionable insights into building lasting wealth. This journey begins with challenging everything you've been taught about money and embracing the mindset of financial independence. Let's dive into Chapter 1. The Mindset of Money, Exploring Your Financial Motivations. Chapter 1. The Mindset of Money, Exploring Your Financial Motivations. Money is one of the most emotional topics in our lives. It shapes our decisions, dictates our opportunities, and often defines our sense of security. But what if your emotions, rather than logic, are controlling your financial choices? Robert Kiyosaki argues that, for most people, money is driven by two primary emotions: fear and greed. Let's consider fear first. Fear manifests as the anxiety of running out of money, losing a job, or being unable to pay bills. It's the reason many people stay in jobs they dislike or avoid financial risks altogether. This fear often leads to a cycle of dependency, working hard for a paycheck, spending most of it on necessities, and saving little or nothing. This pattern creates a false sense of security but traps people in what Kiyosaki calls the rat race. On the other hand, greed operates in the opposite direction. Imagine you get a pay raise. What's your first instinct? Many people immediately think about what they can buy: a bigger house, a better car, or luxury vacations. While these purchases might bring temporary happiness, they often lead to more debt and financial instability. Greed convinces us that spending equals success, but this mindset undermines true financial growth. So, how can we overcome the emotional control of fear and greed? Kiyosaki advises cultivating financial intelligence. Instead of reacting emotionally, you must think logically and strategically about money. This begins by understanding one key principle: money should work for you, not the other way around. Rich Dad versus Poor Dad, a tale of two mindsets. Kiyosaki grew up observing two radically different philosophies about money. His poor dad, an educated, hard-working man, believed in the security of a steady job and saving money conservatively. For Poor Dad, success meant climbing the corporate ladder and earning a high salary. Despite these efforts, Poor Dad often struggled financially, living paycheck to paycheck. In contrast, Rich Dad taught Kiyosaki a completely different approach. Rich Dad viewed money as a tool to generate more wealth. Instead of working harder for someone else, he believed in creating businesses and investments that would generate passive income. Rich Dad emphasized financial education, taking risks, and understanding how money flows through assets and liabilities. Kiyosaki realized that while Poor Dad worked for money, Rich Dad made money work for him. This critical distinction would become the foundation of Kiyosaki's financial philosophy. Identifying your financial motivations. To start building wealth, you must first confront your own financial mindset. Are your decisions driven by fear, greed, or ignorance? For example, do you avoid learning about investing because it seems too complicated? Do you spend impulsively to fill an emotional void or to impress others? By identifying these patterns, you can begin to shift your thinking. Rich Dad's approach highlights the importance of financial discipline. When you receive extra income, Whether from a pay raise, a tax refund, or a gift, resist the urge to spend it immediately. Instead, ask yourself, how can I use this money to create more money? This might mean investing in stocks, real estate, or starting a business. Changing the narrative. Kiyosaki argues that most people fall into financial traps because they believe in limiting narratives. They say things like, I can't afford it, or investing is too risky. Rich Dad taught him to reframe these thoughts. Instead of saying, I can't afford it, ask yourself, how can I afford it? This subtle shift forces your brain to find creative solutions and opportunities. By understanding and challenging your financial motivations, you take the first step toward financial independence. In the next chapter, we'll explore the difference between assets and liabilities, a fundamental concept that can reshape your financial future. Chapter 2. Assets versus liabilities, the building blocks of wealth. If there is one concept that underpins the entire philosophy of financial independence, it is this: know the difference between an asset and a liability. According to Kiyosaki, this distinction is where many people get it wrong. To build wealth, you must focus on acquiring assets and eliminating liabilities. What are assets and liabilities? Let's start with definitions. An asset is anything that puts money into your pocket. It generates income or appreciates in value over time. Examples of assets include rental properties, stocks, bonds, mutual funds, and businesses you own. A liability, on the other hand, is anything that takes money out of your pocket. Common liabilities include mortgages, car loans, credit card debt, and other forms of borrowing. Even though some liabilities might appear beneficial, like owning a house, they often drain your resources rather than grow them. Here's the fundamental difference: assets work for you, generating income even when you're not actively involved. Liabilities require you to work harder to pay for them, pulling you deeper into the cycle of financial dependency. The asset illusion: why your house may not be an asset. One of the most controversial claims Kiyosaki makes is that your house is not necessarily an asset. Many people believe that homeownership is the ultimate financial achievement, but Kiyosaki challenges this notion. While a house might appreciate in value over time, it often functions as a liability because of the ongoing expenses it requires. Think about it. You're paying a mortgage, property taxes, insurance, utilities, and maintenance costs. Even if your home increases in market value, these expenses can outweigh the financial gains, especially if you sell your home and immediately reinvest in another one with similar or higher costs. In contrast, an income-generating property, like a rental unit, is an asset. It brings in cash flow every month while potentially appreciating in value. This distinction highlights why it's essential to understand how your money flows. The cash flow pattern: rich versus poor. Kiyosaki illustrates the difference between assets and liabilities with the concept of cash flow patterns. Here's how it works. For poor and middle-class individuals, money flows in as income, often from a salary, and flows out almost immediately to cover expenses. These expenses include rent or mortgage payments, bills, and loans. At the end of the month, there's little or nothing left to save or invest. For wealthy individuals, the pattern is different. Money flows in from income-generating assets like businesses, investments, and rental properties. This income not only covers their expenses but also allows them to reinvest in additional assets, creating a cycle of wealth generation. The wealthy focus on acquiring assets that provide passive income, reducing their dependence on a paycheck. This mindset shift is critical for anyone who wants to escape the rat race. Start building your asset column. Now that you understand the difference between assets and liabilities, the next step is to start building your asset column. Begin by evaluating your current financial situation. List all your income sources, expenses, assets, and liabilities. Ask yourself, are my purchases putting money in my pocket, or taking it out? Once you've identified your liabilities, look for ways to reduce or eliminate them. For example, instead of buying a brand new car on a loan, consider buying a reliable used car that doesn't require monthly payments. Use the money you save to invest in assets. Investing in financial education. Understanding assets and liabilities is just the beginning. To make informed decisions, you'll need to continuously educate yourself about money and investments. This means reading books, attending seminars, and learning from mentors. Kiyosaki emphasizes that financial literacy is the most valuable asset you can acquire because it empowers you to make smarter choices. A paradigm shift. Many people believe that working harder will lead to financial success. But Kiyosaki argues that working smarter is the key. By focusing on building your asset column and minimizing liabilities, you can create a sustainable path to financial freedom. This approach requires discipline and a willingness to challenge conventional wisdom, but the rewards are worth it. Chapter 3: How to Make Your Money Work for You. The cornerstone of financial independence lies in this concept: making your money work for you instead of working for your money. In this chapter, we'll explore the strategies that can help you transition from earning a paycheck to generating passive income through smart investments and financial discipline. The power of passive income. Passive income is the secret weapon of the wealthy. Unlike active income, which requires your time and effort, passive income continues to flow even when you're not working. This might include rental income, dividends from stocks, interest from savings, or revenue from a business you own but don't actively manage. Kiyosaki emphasizes that passive income is what enables financial freedom. When your passive income exceeds your expenses, you've effectively escaped the rat race. At this point, you can choose to work because you want to, not because you have to. Shift from an employee to an investor mindset. Most people grow up with the belief that earning a steady paycheck is the only path to financial security. This employee mindset keeps individuals dependent on their jobs for income. But Kiyosaki urges us to adopt an investor mindset, where the focus shifts to growing wealth through smart investments. Here's a simple formula to understand this shift. Employee mindset: work, earn, spend. Investor mindset: work, earn, invest, grow wealth. The difference lies in prioritizing investments over consumption. Instead of spending money on liabilities or unnecessary expenses, investors channel their earnings into assets that generate returns. Smart investment strategies. To make your money work for you, it's crucial to invest wisely. Here are some key strategies. 1. Start small and learn. You don't need a fortune to start investing. Begin with what you have and focus on building your knowledge. For example, you could start by investing in mutual funds, which are managed by professionals and provide a diversified portfolio of stocks and bonds. As you gain experience, you can explore more advanced investment options. 2. Understand risk and reward. Every investment comes with some level of risk. Higher risk investments, like stocks or real estate, often offer the potential for higher returns, but they also carry the possibility of loss. Lower risk investments, such as government bonds or savings accounts, are more stable but yield lower returns. Kiyosaki stresses the importance of balancing risk and reward based on your financial goals and risk tolerance. The key is to educate yourself so you can make informed decisions. 3. Diversify your portfolio. Diversification is a strategy that involves spreading your investments across different asset classes, such as stocks, real estate, and bonds. This reduces the risk of significant losses if one sector performs poorly. Think of diversification as not putting all your eggs in one basket. 4. Look for cash flow, not just appreciation. Many investors make the mistake of focusing solely on the appreciation of an asset's value. While appreciation can lead to profits when you sell an asset, cash flow provides ongoing income. For instance, owning a rental property that generates monthly rent is more financially stable than relying on the hope that the property's value will increase. Overcoming fear of investing. Many people avoid investing because they fear losing money. This fear often stems from a lack of knowledge or a previous bad experience. Kiyosaki encourages readers to overcome this fear by taking small, calculated steps. Start with low-risk investments, learn from your mistakes, and gradually expand your comfort zone. It's also helpful to seek advice from mentors or financial experts. Surround yourself with people who have achieved the financial success you aspire to, and learn from their strategies and experiences. The importance of reinvestment. Once your investments start generating returns, reinvest those profits to accelerate growth. This process, known as compounding, allows your wealth to grow exponentially over time. For example, if you earn dividends from stocks, use them to buy more shares instead of cashing out. This creates a snowball effect, where your investments continue to generate even greater returns. Financial discipline and patience. Building wealth through smart investments takes time and discipline. It's easy to get distracted by short-term temptations or to panic during market downturns. But successful investors maintain a long-term perspective. They understand that financial growth is a marathon, not a sprint. Kiyosaki advises adopting the mindset of a farmer: plant the seeds of your investments, nurture them with patience and discipline, and reap the rewards over time. A simple exercise to get started. If you're new to investing, here's a simple exercise to put these principles into action. 1. Set a goal. Determine how much passive income you need to cover your monthly expenses. 2. Create a budget. Identify areas where you can cut costs and redirect those savings into investments. 3. Start small. Choose an investment that aligns with your financial goals and risk tolerance. 4. Track your progress. Monitor your investments regularly and adjust your strategy as needed. In this chapter, we've explored how to make your money work for you by shifting your mindset, understanding smart investment strategies, and cultivating financial discipline. By focusing on passive income and reinvesting your returns, you can create a sustainable path to financial independence. Chapter 4. The Power of Financial Literacy. Financial literacy is the foundation upon which financial independence is built. Without a clear understanding of how money works, even the most diligent saver or ambitious investor can falter. In this chapter, we'll explore what financial literacy truly means, why it is crucial, and how you can cultivate this essential skill to secure your financial future. What is financial literacy? At its core, financial literacy is the ability to understand and manage your money effectively. This includes knowing how to budget, save, invest, and minimize debt. It also involves understanding key financial concepts such as interest rates, inflation, taxes, and the time value of money. Robert Kiyosaki explains that financial literacy is the key difference between those who struggle financially and those who achieve financial success. Many people work hard to earn money, but without the knowledge of how to manage it, their efforts often go to waste. As Kiyosaki puts it, it's not about how much money you make, but how much money you keep. Why financial literacy is often lacking. Unfortunately, financial literacy is not prioritized in most education systems. Schools teach subjects like mathematics and history, but they often neglect practical skills like budgeting or understanding credit. As a result, many people graduate without the basic knowledge needed to navigate their personal finances. Additionally, societal norms and misconceptions contribute to this gap. We're often taught to work hard, get a job, and save for retirement, but not how to invest or build wealth. This lack of education perpetuates a cycle where financial mistakes are repeated across generations. The core principles of financial literacy. To build financial literacy, focus on mastering these core principles. 1. Understand the difference between assets and liabilities. One of Kiyosaki's most important lessons is understanding what constitutes an asset versus a liability. An asset is something that puts money in your pocket, while a liability takes money out. For example, assets, stocks, rental properties, businesses, and intellectual property that generates royalties. Liabilities, mortgages, car loans, credit card debt, and other expenses that drain your income. The key to financial success is to acquire more assets and minimize liabilities. Many people mistakenly believe that owning a home is an asset when, in reality, it often acts as a liability due to ongoing costs like mortgages, maintenance, and taxes. 2. Learn to read financial statements. Financial statements are the language of money. They provide a clear picture of your financial health and help you make informed decisions. The three main components of a financial statement are: income statement, tracks your income and expenses to show your cash flow. Balance sheet, lists your assets and liabilities to determine your net worth. Cash flow statement, shows how money moves in and out of your accounts over time. Understanding these statements can help you identify areas where you can cut costs, increase savings, and invest more effectively. 3. Grasp the concept of compound interest. Albert Einstein famously called compound interest the eighth wonder of the world. It's the principle by which your money earns interest, and that interest, in turn, earns even more interest. Over time, this creates exponential growth. For example, if you invest $1,000 at an annual return of 8%, it will grow to $2,159 in 10 years and $4,661 in 20 years. The earlier you start investing, the more you can benefit from the power of compounding. 4. Understand taxes and inflation. Two forces can silently erode your wealth if you're not careful: taxes and inflation. Taxes reduce your earnings, while inflation decreases the purchasing power of your money over time. Financially literate individuals learn to mitigate these effects by investing in tax-advantaged accounts like IRAs or 401ks. Choosing investments that outpace inflation, such as stocks or real estate. How to cultivate financial literacy. 1. Educate yourself. The first step is to seek knowledge actively. Read books, attend seminars, listen to podcasts, and take online courses on personal finance and investing. Resources like Rich Dad, Poor Dad provide invaluable insights that can guide your journey. 2. Surround yourself with financially savvy people. The people you associate with can influence your financial habits. Seek mentors or friends who are knowledgeable about money management and investments. Their advice and experience can help you avoid common pitfalls and accelerate your learning. 3. Practice budgeting and saving. Start with the basics by creating a monthly budget. Track your income and expenses to identify where your money is going. Aim to save at least 20% of your income and allocate a portion of that savings to investments. 4. Start small but start now. Don't wait until you feel ready to invest or manage your finances better. Even small steps, like opening a savings account or investing in an index fund, can have a significant impact over time. The long-term benefits of financial literacy. When you're financially literate, you're empowered to make decisions that align with your goals. You're less likely to fall into debt, more likely to build wealth, and better equipped to handle financial emergencies. Moreover, you can pass on this knowledge to your children, breaking the cycle of financial ignorance and creating generational wealth. Financial literacy is not just a skill, it's a mindset and a way of life. By understanding the principles of money management, you can take control of your financial destiny and create a future of stability and abundance. Chapter 5. Escaping the rat race through financial independence. The term rat race conjures images of a relentless cycle, working long hours, living paycheck to paycheck, and never truly getting ahead. For many, it feels like there's no escape. However, Robert Kiyosaki reveals that the key to escaping the rat race lies in understanding the flow of money and building passive income streams. This chapter explores how to break free from the cycle and achieve financial independence. What is the rat race? The rat race is a metaphor for the grind of traditional employment. You work hard to earn a salary, but no matter how much you make, you're barely keeping up with expenses, debt, and taxes. This cycle often leaves little room for saving or investing, keeping you trapped in financial insecurity. Kiyosaki explains that the rat race is perpetuated by a flawed mindset: go to school, get a good job, work hard, and save for retirement. While this approach might provide stability, it rarely leads to wealth or independence. The key to escaping lies in shifting your focus from earned income, money you work for, to passive income, money that works for you. Shifting your mindset, the cash flow quadrant. Kiyosaki introduces the concept of the cash flow quadrant to illustrate the different ways people earn money. The quadrant is divided into 4 categories. 1. Employee, E. Employees trade time for money, earning a fixed salary or hourly wage. This is the most common way people earn income, but it offers little control or scalability. 2. Self-employed, S. Self-employed individuals run their own businesses or work as freelancers. While they have more control than employees, their income is still tied to their time and effort. 3. Business owner, B. Business owners leverage systems and teams to generate income. Their focus is on building assets that create value and produce revenue, even when they're not directly involved. 4. Investor, I. Investors generate income through assets such as stocks, real estate, or businesses. Their money works for them, creating passive income streams that require minimal effort. To escape the rat race, Kiyosaki advises moving from the E and S quadrants to the B and I quadrants. This transition involves a fundamental shift in mindset and financial strategy. Building passive income streams. Passive income is the cornerstone of financial independence. It allows you to earn money without actively working for it, giving you the freedom to focus on what matters most to you. Here are some ways to build passive income. 1. Real estate investments. Kiyosaki emphasizes the value of investing in real estate, as it can provide consistent cash flow through rental income. Properties such as single-family homes, apartment complexes, or commercial spaces can generate passive income while appreciating in value over time. 2. Dividend-paying stocks. Investing in stocks that pay dividends allows you to earn a share of a company's profits. Dividends provide regular payouts, making them an excellent source of passive income. 3. Building a business. Starting or acquiring a business that operates independently of your direct involvement is another way to generate passive income. For example, owning a franchise or developing an online course can create income streams that run with minimal oversight. 4. Intellectual property. Royalties from books, music, patents, or other intellectual property can provide ongoing income for years. Creative pursuits often have the potential to turn one-time efforts into long-term revenue. Controlling expenses. Escaping the rat race isn't just about earning more money, it's also about controlling your spending. Many people increase their expenses as their income grows, falling into the trap of lifestyle inflation. To avoid this, focus on living below your means and prioritizing investments over consumption. Kiyosaki advises distinguishing between wants and needs. For example, do you need a luxury car, or would a reliable used car suffice? By minimizing unnecessary expenses, you can free up more money to invest in assets that build wealth. The power of financial independence. Financial independence occurs when your passive income exceeds your living expenses. At this point, you're no longer reliant on a paycheck, and you have the freedom to live life on your terms. Achieving financial independence requires discipline, patience, and a commitment to long-term goals. Benefits of financial independence. Freedom. You can choose how to spend your time without being tied to a job. Security. You're better prepared to weather financial challenges and emergencies. Fulfillment. You can pursue passions and interests that bring you joy and purpose. Steps to escape the rat race. 1. Educate yourself. Begin by learning about personal finance, investing, and entrepreneurship. Read books, attend seminars, and seek advice from mentors who have achieved financial independence. 2. Build a solid financial foundation. Pay off high-interest debt, establish an emergency fund, and create a budget that prioritizes saving and investing. 3. Acquire income-generating assets. Start small by investing in low-cost index funds or real estate crowdfunding platforms. As your confidence grows, explore more advanced investment opportunities. 4. Focus on long-term growth. Avoid get-rich-quick schemes and prioritize sustainable strategies that align with your goals. Remember, wealth building is a marathon, not a sprint. Escaping the rat race is not a pipe dream, it's a realistic goal that anyone can achieve with the right mindset and strategies. By focusing on passive income, controlling expenses, and making informed financial decisions, you can break free from the cycle of living paycheck to paycheck. Chapter 6. Teaching the next generation about financial success. We often think of financial success as a personal journey, one that requires individual discipline and effort. But what if we could extend that success to future generations? In this chapter, Robert Kiyosaki emphasizes the importance of passing on financial wisdom to children and young adults, empowering them with the tools they need to achieve lasting prosperity. Why financial education matters. Most schools still don't teach personal finance or investment strategies. As a result, many young people grow up without understanding how money works or how to manage it effectively. Without this knowledge, they may fall into common financial traps such as credit card debt, poor spending habits, or risky investments. Kiyosaki stresses that financial education is the key to breaking the cycle of financial ignorance. By teaching children how to build and protect wealth, parents can give them a significant advantage in life. This education isn't about making kids rich overnight, it's about equipping them with the mindset and skills to make smart financial decisions. Start early. The foundation of financial habits. Habits formed during childhood often carry into adulthood. By introducing basic financial concepts at an early age, parents can lay the groundwork for a lifetime of smart money management. Here's how to get started. 1. Introduce the concept of money. Teach kids that money is a tool for exchanging value. Explain that it's earned through work or investments, and show them how to save, spend, and share responsibly. 2. Allow them to earn their own money. Encourage children to take on small jobs or entrepreneurial activities, such as selling lemonade or mowing lawns. This helps them understand the value of hard work and the importance of earning. 3. Teach the difference between needs and wants. Help kids distinguish between essential expenses, needs, and discretionary purchases, wants. For example, buying school supplies is a need, while purchasing the latest video game is a want. Teach the basics of investing. Once children understand the fundamentals of earning and saving money, it's time to introduce the concept of investing. Kiyosaki believes that even young people can grasp the basics of assets, liabilities, and passive income. Here are some ways to teach investing to the next generation. 1. Use real-life examples. Show children how investing works by discussing everyday examples. For instance, explain how a rental property generates income or how a stock's value can grow over time. 2. Play financial games. Games like Monopoly or online stock market simulators can make financial concepts more engaging and easier to understand. These games teach valuable lessons about risk, reward, and strategy. 3. Open a custodial investment account. Consider opening an investment account in your child's name. Let him help choose which stocks or funds to invest in, and use the experience as a teaching opportunity. Foster an entrepreneurial mindset. Kiyosaki highlights the importance of nurturing entrepreneurial thinking in young people. An entrepreneurial mindset encourages creativity, problem-solving, and a proactive approach to opportunities. Here's how to cultivate this mindset. 1. Encourage problem-solving. Ask children to think about ways they could create value for others. For example, what service could they provide to neighbors, or what product could solve a common problem? 2. Support their business ideas. If your child wants to start a small business, Provide guidance and resources to help them succeed. This experience will teach them valuable lessons about risk, responsibility, and resilience. 3. Highlight success stories. Share inspiring stories of entrepreneurs who turned small ideas into thriving businesses. These examples can motivate young people to think big and take initiative. Instill the value of giving back. Financial success isn't just about accumulating wealth, it's also about making a positive impact on the world. Teach children the importance of generosity and social responsibility by involving them in charitable activities. For instance, they could donate a portion of their allowance to a cause they care about, or volunteer their time to help others. By fostering a spirit of giving, parents can help their children understand that wealth is a tool for creating good in the world, not just a means to personal gain. The role of parents as financial mentors. Parents play a crucial role in shaping their children's attitudes toward money. By modeling smart financial behaviors, they can set a positive example that children will emulate. 1. Be transparent about money. Talk openly about your financial decisions, whether it's creating a budget, saving for a vacation, or investing in the stock market. Transparency helps demystify money and makes it easier for children to learn. 2. Involve kids in financial decisions. Let children participate in age-appropriate financial decisions, such as planning a family budget or comparing prices at the grocery store. This hands-on experience reinforces practical skills. 3. Encourage lifelong learning. Teach children that financial education doesn't stop after a single lesson. Encourage them to read books, attend workshops, and stay curious about money management throughout their lives. The legacy of financial education. By teaching the next generation about financial success, parents can create a lasting legacy that extends far beyond their own lives. Children who understand money are better equipped to achieve their goals, avoid financial pitfalls, and build a brighter future. The journey to financial literacy may begin with small steps, but its impact can last for generations. Conclusion. Embracing the Rich Dad philosophy. The journey through the principles of Rich Dad, Poor Dad is not merely about money, it's about transforming your mindset, embracing financial literacy, and taking charge of your life. Robert Kiyosaki's philosophy challenges us to think differently about wealth, to question traditional beliefs, and to seek opportunities where others see obstacles. The power of financial freedom. At the heart of Kiyosaki's teachings lies a single, empowering truth. Financial freedom is possible for anyone willing to learn and take action. This freedom isn't just about accumulating wealth, it's about creating choices, removing the fear of financial insecurity, and living life on your own terms. Through this book, we've uncovered the stark differences between the Rich Dad and Poor Dad mindsets. We've learned how wealth is built by investing in assets, avoiding liabilities, and nurturing financial intelligence. But most importantly, we've discovered that true wealth begins with self-awareness and education. Key lessons to carry forward. As we conclude, let's revisit some of the transformative ideas Kiyosaki has shared. Adopt a growth mindset. Stop viewing wealth as something reserved for the privileged few. Instead, embrace the belief that with knowledge and determination, you can build financial security. Understand the power of assets and liabilities. Focus on acquiring income-generating assets, and minimize investments that drain your resources. Invest in financial education. Make learning about money a lifelong endeavor. Read books, attend seminars, and surround yourself with financially intelligent people. Take calculated risks. Wealth is rarely built by playing it safe. Don't fear failure. Instead, see it as an opportunity to learn and grow. Teach the next generation. Share your knowledge with others, especially your children. By doing so, you'll create a legacy that extends far beyond your lifetime. Your financial journey starts now. The principles outlined in Rich Dad, Poor Dad are not quick fixes or get-rich-quick schemes. They are enduring strategies that require commitment, discipline, and a willingness to challenge the status quo. But the rewards of adopting these principles are immense, not just in terms of financial gain, but in the freedom and security they provide. As you move forward, remember that financial success is a marathon, not a sprint. Begin by taking small, actionable steps today, whether it's starting a budget, investing in your first stock, or re-evaluating your relationship with money. Each step brings you closer to financial independence. A call to action. Now, the responsibility lies with you. Will you take what you've learned and apply it to your life? Will you shift your mindset, embrace financial literacy, and work toward building your wealth? The choice is yours. Kiyosaki's philosophy reminds us that we have the power to write our own financial stories. By adopting the Rich Dad mindset, we can overcome fear, embrace opportunity, and create a future defined by freedom and abundance. Your journey to financial freedom starts here. Take the first step today, and watch as the lessons of Rich Dad, Poor Dad transform not only your finances, but your life as a whole. The path to wealth and fulfillment is waiting. Go claim it.